What do you get if you cross an SUV with a coupe and then shrink the result? The Nissan Juke. With its crazy head-turning looks, this is one car that's guaranteed to stand out. And that jacked-up suspension isn't just for show, because while most Jukes are front-wheel drive, you can get it with four-wheel drive too. As for practicality, well, while the boot may not be very big, there's no lip to lift stuff over, the rear seats fold down to give a completely flat load area, and there's even a secret underfloor compartment. There's some decent stowage cupboards in here too. For instance, the glove box is deep and there are plenty of cup holders. As for style, well, I like the way the centre console mimics a motorcycle fuel tank. Another cool feature is this onboard computer, which comes as standard on all but the entry-level model. At the moment, these buttons, as you can see, operate the car's climate control system. But now, by pressing this, I can toggle them to access driver information. Look, see how economical I've been, and if I press this button here, it shows me my G-force, although I don't know why you'd want to know that. The computer also includes something called Nissan Dynamic Control System, and it basically lets you alter the car's steering response and throttle sensitivity between 3 different modes. There's Eco, there's Sport, and there's Normal, although personally I prefer, yes you've guessed it, Sport. However, what most people like about driving the Juke is the raised driving position. For starters, it makes the car feel much bigger than it actually is. And of course, it gives you a commanding view of the road ahead and lets you see over traffic. And this, plus the ginormous wing mirrors, mean that you get pretty good all-round visibility. And that jacked up suspension means that when you're in town, you don't have to worry about things like speed humps. You just float over them. Sadly though, when you get out onto the open road, the Juke isn't as much fun as you think it would be. I mean, it lacks the poise of a normal Super Mini. It's certainly not as engaging to drive as, say, a Ford Fiesta. And while it is comfortable, the suspension seems to fidget about over small imperfections in the road. And then when you're going at high speed on the motorway, some of the engines seem a bit noisy. For instance, the turbo in this car kind of makes an annoying whine, a bit like a food processor. And if you follow me to the back, I'll show you another problem. For starters, those small rear doors don't make it all that easy to get in. And once in place, well, it's a little bit pokey. If you notice, that sloping roofline means my head, look, I mean, it's touching the ceiling. And overall, that means it's not that great for adults back here. But you might be willing to overlook all these shortcomings if you want a car that's totally unique and guaranteed to turn heads.